You might have come across my video because you're researching how to send your items from a continent to another, and you can only ship them using the 40 feet, the 20 feet or 10 feet container. This is used to ship items normally with Hapag-Lloyd, Maersk and other shipping companies from, say, UK to United States, as I have done myself, and these are the sizes of the 40, 20 and 10 feet containers. The length differs, the rest is all the same. So you are going to see soon how the 10 feet, 20 and 40 feet and how they are packed on the big shipping vessels. Right, so I researched many months in advance on many shipping companies' review sites, and I chose Doree Bonner based on their reviews, and it was a huge mistake to omit the many negative reviews reflecting their international shipping. And I contacted them in October 2021 on their website, as they were offering a 40% discount if everything was done on their site. Plus, they were offering £50 off if everything was done from UK to the USA. A member of the Doree Bonner International Group, as he signed his email with, and I'll initial him only as AB, about to retire, hence many decades of salesman experience, contacted me with a long list of things they can do. Well, I kept all these emails, saying most importantly that my items will be loaded to our next scheduled departure, as he wrote in his email. This was far from truth, as I discovered later, proof they only tell you salesman things. I arranged for my 500 cubic feet of items as I organized them in my flat, mimicking a shipping container with my 120 plus boxes of different shapes, carefully packed, as salespeople for the shipping companies seem to be very keen on treating you like you do not know how to calculate when you speak with them over the phone. My items were collected on the 25th of November 2021, being told that the payment will be collected 1 week earlier. I organized my boxes with 3 forms of identification, with all boxes labeled in numerical order and with everything written in my inventory. All boxes having a brief detail what they contain to help the custom officers, and also for me to learn what or if a box has been opened for inspections. Also, all boxes labeled with several sentences thanking everybody for taking good care of my shipment. I noticed in other videos people just threw away their boxes, or they were not packed okay when shipped them from a continent to another or a country to another. As you can see, everything was shipped in boxes I purchased online at great value for money, whether Amazon or to ship my bicycle. So the bicycle was rather big and I had to minimize it, but I couldn't do much work on it, so the box was rather big. This shows basically my dedication and the fact that I wanted everything to be perfect, that nothing will get broken, no paintings will be destroyed, no glass of the prints will be destroyed, and inside the boxes everything will be just okay. People understand when you make the effort and they will treat your items with more respect as opposed to not treating them with respect. One other thing that is very important is how much you're going to pay for the insurance. And what I noticed that in the shipping industry, all these companies, they charge different amounts for insurance. Ultimately, you are sending your items from a home. They could be valued at £500,000 or £1 million. Of course, you're not going to pay insurance for that, bearing in mind that items could be lost at sea because of the big waves, or as we saw so many times in the news, or they could get destroyed, and then the insurance companies are still going to pay you way less than what the item is worth. Right, so coming back to Doree Bonner, I haven't heard anything from them for 1 week. And I started calling them as no one was answering the phone, so I tried different numbers in order to make the payment. Even when finally reaching them and making the payment, they proved very problematic as they had an old software and the old technology they were using. They forgot about honoring the £50 discount mentioned earlier on, and also the guy I mentioned, I'll call him AB, never agreed to honor the 40% discount mentioned on their website. So they do this all the time. I then received an email from a lady working for them called NF, let's call her, who was like a receptionist or export department person, detailing how long my items will stay in their warehouse in a consolidation period, saying the average consolidation period can be between 1 to 6 weeks. So what is the point of this consolidation period? Is them to make their warehouse fees, because they have got big warehouses. Of course they'll have to keep them full, so in order to do that they keep your items in the warehouse. On 25th, 2 vans arrived from 2 different parts of London. One of them traveled from northwest, the other one from Gatwick. The guys arriving from Gatwick area did not arrive at 9 o'clock the way it was supposed to be, but at 10:30, 90 minutes later. And the guy who arrived at 9 o'clock could not even tell me what is going on because he was a deaf mute, and no one was answering my phone calls or replying to my emails to understand if the second van is going to arrive. So AB did not call back, and I haven't heard from him. The guys who arrived put all my boxes in their vans, not respecting any order, didn't care about the 3 ways of identification, nothing whatsoever. They took my items and that was done. 1 month later, I contacted AB as I was in the States, only him to reply saying my items will be shipped on the 16th of January, so 6 weeks later, and will reach New York on 1st of Feb with a ship called Tempanos, they said. So I kept checking on the marine traffic and I noticed that the ship was nowhere near the UK. So I contacted AB again, only to be told the items will be reaching USA 1 week later on 8th of February. On 8th of February, nothing around the United States, and when questioned again, he said that the ship will be Tempanos, not Palena. So they kept changing the ships from Tempanos to Palena and so on. And when speaking with the USA agent, they had no information whatsoever about my details. And AB mentioned on his email of 24th of Jan that the ship will go into the US gateway of Philadelphia, when initially I had been told that is going to be in New York, New Jersey area. So to summarize the situation so far, Doree Bonner and the guy I was in touch with, AB, did not know what was going on. He realized that he was useless, so he stopped replying to my email. This is a guy with decades of salesman experience. A marine traffic website provided the right information, so that's why I was able to actually ask Doree Bonner what is going on. And eventually, Doree Bonner's counterpart in the USA, Contour USA, which doesn't exist anymore, delivered my items in March 2022. So 16 weeks later. Contour USA does not exist anymore, according to the research I have done recently after writing my review about Doree Bonner on Trustpilot. I could not write a review about Contour USA because they do not exist anymore. It was run by some people from Russia, and the command of English was rather poor. I could hardly understand what they were saying. Not only that, they would give me very different information all the time as I was speaking with different people. They were saying that the boxes arrived, they were saying that no, they haven't arrived, and they asked me to pay hundreds of dollars later on for port fees, which Doree Bonner never mentioned when I asked them back in London in 2021. The boxes were delivered by 3 black guys covered in tattoos. And there was an older guy with missing teeth who was rather aggressive to me because when he arrived he said, "Oh, your boxes are missing." And I said, "What on earth are you talking about?" And he started talking in a very twisted manner and I was very upset. And afterwards he started just telling me, "Oh, you're howling and shouting and everything." I said, "What? How dare you speak to me like this?" So some of the items were, I'm talking about paintings. They were broken with prints having the glass destroyed, but no boxes were missing. So I received all the boxes and it was very upsetting the way they were throwing them in the air as if, "Oh, let's see if we can catch this big box." So it was rather bad. Now, to summarize it, Doree Bonner should not be in this business. Also, international shipping should be tighter regulated, as all these companies seem to lie to the same extent to their customer. They provide no information as to why they charge thousands of pounds of dollars or pounds, and they also charge the insurance they want. How did this whole process leave me? Well, it left me sick. It's very upsetting that the insurance companies do this kind of things. They never respect a time frame. You can't charge them, can't take them to court because of this. They charge the fees they want. It's always thousands of pounds, and they also charge you the insurance they want and no explanation for that. So clearly they have to be tighter regulated. So in conclusion, if you're going to make the effort of putting all your items in boxes and make sure that all the boxes are labeled properly, besides them labeling also the boxes and also taking the same kind inventory the way you do, but can you rely completely and trust them? No, you always have to do your own stuff and then bring the proof if you are to take them to court. So there is no light at the end of the tunnel in the shipping business. You are at their mercy. So a sincere good luck, and I hope this video helped you to navigate these murky waters.